Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're underway from the bank. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Tua taken right to the air. Escapes the pocket. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be first down, Miami.
44, ready.
Going play action, Tagovailoa. That's caught, Devon Achane. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down, or it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Ready. Out.
Tua off the play fake. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Taken in by Hill, right side. And they make the tackle at the 38. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down, here's Tua. Achane reels it in. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Tagovailoa, quick throw, complete. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey. Third down, 1 yard to go. Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. The task gets tougher as they set up on 4th down.
All right, fellas, listen up.
They send a man in motion. Tagovailoa throwing on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And they haul him down just a foot or 2 shy of the red zone. Left the offense out there on 4th down, Brock, and look at the result. A big gain. They got 15 and the first.
Ready.
Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Completed to his running back. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Stopped by one of the league's best tacklers, Roquan Smith.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Trying to run it in, Achane. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a gain down to the 1. First shot gets him 5. Still a couple of looks remaining. It's 2nd and goal.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
To throw, Tagovailoa. Able to find Achane.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility, get outside the pocket, and find that open man.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Dolphins, eager to get some points on the board. Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that brings up 4th and goal. Talk about coming up clutch with that contact on 3rd and goal, partner. And now a decision for this offense to make on 4th down.
We know how hard it can be defensively in these goal-to-go situations. We know that you have got to be on point, every attention to detail. That's a job well done by that defense.
Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Let's go. Watson, Oscar. Out.
Blitz coming, Tua. And it falls incomplete. And their first drive won't end in points after all. He stopped, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything. And boy, did they ever attack it.
Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Running once more with Henry. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Looking, and he won't find an escape. They converge and drop him for the safety. You know, generally down around your own end zone, you're thinking less of driving the length of the field. Initially, you're just trying to buy some space and prevent a safety.
This is called situational football. You work on it all through training camp, right? It's not just a 2-minute drill.
Yeah.
This can be equally important. Just get that first down. Just get out of the shadow of your own goal line. Oh, the defense wasn't having it.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Get set.
On first down, here's Tagovailoa. Has a man, it's Achan. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Setting up the screen. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. On the move, past the 40. And they make the tackle at the 38. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. They connect for the first. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Tua now from the gun. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Here's Tua again. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. And the Ravens will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down.
You are X.
And he doesn't get much there on what turns out to be the final play of the half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Deontay Hardy to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. It was Tyrell Dodson with the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Another run for Henry. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. It's Cater Kohu up to make that play.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Turning to Henry on 3rd. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be first down, Baltimore. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
No, we changed it.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd and 8. Complete. Derrick Henry gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep them short of the sticks.
They're going to try to pick it up with an option left. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
A 3-yard loss on the play. It's 4th down.
So we're through 3. Offense going for it here. 4th and 5. Back to throw it. Andrews with the catch. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. It's an 8-yard gain. What a great call on 4th down. It keeps this drive moving. Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Henry on the option. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Play action now with Jackson. On the move, headed right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Ravens 1st down. That's the 2-minute warning here from Baltimore. Ravens needing a couple. They're set up at the 35 now. 1st down, here's Lamar. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Jordan Poyer has it. And the Dolphins make the play that should win them this game.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down, but even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
A-Chain running to the right. And he gets it down to the 13-yard line. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
2nd down carry for A-Chan. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
A-Chan. Can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2nd chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Running for it, it's Achane. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line. And with 10 seconds left in this game, they're going to burn their final timeout. Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Shut up. On the 80. Hey, report. Report. You at X. You at X. Shut up.
Setting up to pass. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Middle.
One final shot here. Chased out to his right. It's intercepted. That will do it. Picked off by Kader Kohu. And the Dolphins come up with the interception that clinches the win. So it's a win for the visiting Dolphins. And it's going to be remembered quite a bit for the defensive effort right there.